Run basically in line, just like this. Hose goes one end. Can you see that? Crystal clear water. That's out of the stream down there. It looks filthy down in there.
Ow!
Oh, you're right. Oh, it's hot now.
Yeah, I'm going to stand on this so I can be taller.
G'day everyone, Adam here, going overland, and we've got
Joe
and
Haley
and Larissa's at home with the dogs.
Yep.
Look, I just want to do a quick video on water filters because it's super important. A lot of people will spend $400, $500, $600 putting a second fuel filter in their vehicles. Yet they'll be filling up their campers with a garden hose and no filters, you know, in the outback where it's bore water and or questionable water. You don't have any idea where that water's come from, especially in the outback, you know, it's not rainwater. So it's really important. I'll give you an example of that. Have a look how clear this water is. Can you see that? Crystal clear water. That's out of the stream down there and looks filthy down in there. Looks nice and clean in the water. So really important to use water filters. You don't know what you're drinking. I better get rid of this before I drink it, eh?
You nearly just did.
I nearly did. Looks like clean and inviting, but it's not. Anyway, we are now running the Thirsty Nomad filters. I paid for these on sale price. I'm not sponsored by them. We used to run the best filter. Never had an issue with that. But, you know, you shouldn't really be putting a price on your health. You know, two things on a trip that's really important: your time and your money. Right, and you don't want to be losing time being sick, stuck somewhere with, you know, stomach virus and being sick for a couple of days. Not fun.
No.
The easiest way we've done it is just set these up to be an inline water filter that just connects straight to the hose and an outlet to go straight in the tank. That way it's portable as well. If we're going trips in just the car, we can take it with us. If we're with the camper, you know, I don't have to hard mount it or anything like that. So the best filter just looks like this little one here. But now we've got this second, it's kind of like a pre-filter, and it's for like bore water, specific for like bore water treatment. It's got a huge range of features on it and filters and specs, but it's really important, whatever filter, just use a good quality filter. So we haven't hard mounted this water system. You can do that. I like to have it so it's a lot more flexible, so when we're not using the trailer, we can take it with us on these trips. So Larissa's doing a trip to Fraser Island. They'll need to top up water, and even there, you know, not sure about the grade of the water that they're using, especially with how many people go to the island and use the island as a toilet. So yeah, I'd rather her have this with her, and hopefully they'll get no upset bellies drinking the water there. Another thing we do is once a year we will treat our tanks. We use, I think it's called the clean solution, and basically you just mix a bit of hot water into a jerry can, pour it into your tank, fill up the rest of your tank and let it sit overnight, and then just flush it out the next day a couple of times. We do that every 12 months, or if we've done a really big trip, we'll do it after a big trip. And that way the tanks are staying clean. So they're getting filtered going into the tank, the water's clean in the tank. Another thing I've done recently is the breathers on our trailer. A lot of the breathers they use on the tanks are a clear PVC pipe, flexible pipe, and it's not water grade. It's not a drinking grade pipe. It's just cheap PVC pipe because it's a breather, but they usually filled up with mold and bacteria.
Don't want that.
Don't want that. So get them out of there and use proper drinking grade water hose for your breather on your tanks. I've seen, I don't know how many trailers I've seen, and that's what they use. Yeah, get it out of there as soon as you can, guys. Another thing is, don't use garden hoses to fill up your tanks. Get a proper drinking water rated hose. The taste is so much better, and it doesn't allow the bacteria to grow in the hose like a garden hose does. So really important, get a proper drinking water rated hose, not a garden hose. You know, they're not expensive. You know, you spend thousands of dollars on your vehicles. You know, spend a little bit on your health. It'll, you know, if it saves you that one time from being sick on a trip, it saved you plenty, it has. So in the patrol, what we've done for the tanks We've got 2 jerry cans. We've got water grade hose on both of them and taps on them. We'll use one for pure drinking water and like sort of an emergency sort of backup, and the other 2 we'll use for like showers and dishes and things like that. But we try and keep it so, you know, the 2 with the hoses stay super clean. If we need to have showers with creek water, we'll use the one without the hoses, and that way we're not mixing water up and things like that. Any water going into these 2 tanks, we try and make sure they are filtered from a tap. And the 3rd tank, you know, it doesn't matter, it's just showers, and we'll tell the kids, you know, don't drink the water, keep it out of your mouth. But you should have a versatile system. So if you're traveling just car based, you know, 1 or 2 or 3 jerry cans in our case. In the camper we have 2 tanks, so our rear tank will be our main one for drinking and dishes and cooking, and the front tank is showers. So if we do go in an area where we can't get clean water, but we need extra water, we'll pump the clean water out of the front tank. We can pump it through these filters into the rear tank, and then we can put just whatever water is there into the front tank for showers. So having a versatile, flexible system and setup is really important, guys. So it's super important to, you know, purify your water, to filter your water as it's going into your tanks, or especially going from your tank into your in your drinking bottles if you don't. We do everything going into the tank, especially with kids. That way, you know, if they're in the shower and they're putting water in their mouths, you know, we don't have to worry about them getting sick or anything like that. We don't have to worry about the dishwater being clean or not. We filter everything going into the tank, and that's why we keep it super simple with an inline system. It's not hard plumbed into the trailer. If anything goes wrong with it, it's easy to replace too. So we just filter everything going into the tank, clean the tanks out every 12 months, and yeah, it's easy as that. So the first one it goes through is like a water, it's called a ball water and 1 micron sediment pre-filter, and it takes out a lot of heavy metals, which the best filter doesn't do. So that's why I sort of upgraded to the Thirsty Nomad one for those heavy metals. It's got a replaceable filter in there and reduces dissolved minerals found in ball water. It kills 99.99% of bacteria and viruses.
That's a lot.
And made in Australia. And the second filter, it kills 99.99% of guardian viruses, reduces taste, removes heavy metals, microplastics, fluoride, and it's got a 0.001 micron water purifier. So that's an ultra fine filter it's got to go through, so that it's actually too fine a filter that bacteria can't get through it. Alright, so that's this week's video. I just want to do a real short video. There is lots out there. I recommend the best water filter. We use that for a long time. The Thirsty Nomad, this is sort of new to us. So far so good. Yeah, it's got 3 separate, it's got 2 spare filters in there. It's got, you know, a pre-filter and a really fine filter. Yeah, really happy with that. Not a bad price either. If you can get it on a sale price, make sure you yeah, look for them when they're on sale. We got ours through Chemek. They do really good sales, they do. Thanks, Joe.
Hi.
Yeah, so another one we use is the Lifestraw filter, which is not really an inline filter like that you use with a garden hose. It's more of a trickle feed. So when we're staying in really remote national parks and we know the water's good grade, we'll filter it through there if we need extra water, only if. Alright guys, thanks for watching. Yeah, stay safe, stay healthy, and enjoy your adventures. Cheers guys. How do I say this?
What are you...
One time, Joe got diarrhea from drinking shower water,
Yeah,
and Mari. Ah!
Help!
Alright, hold on. We used to run. Hey?
Are we going to filter it, like, on camera?
No.
Ah.
So, we're not sponsored. I actually bought these. I actually left my best filter on the back of the camper. Ah!
Help!